Say hello to the all-new Alexa Plus and see how Alexa can do so much more for you. Need tickets to see your favorite artist? Craving your comfort restaurant? Just sit back, relax, and talk naturally. Alexa's on it. It learns your style, anticipates what's next, and makes it happen across Echo, Fire TV, and more. Learn more at amazon.com/new Alexa.
This episode is brought to you by Blink. Why wait for Black Friday? Blink Friday starts now with up to 65% off Blink Smart Security. Check on your pets all season long with new Blink Mini 2K Plus cameras. See your gifts arrive in head-to-toe view with Blink Video Doorbell. From pet parents to jet setters to busy families, Blink Friday deals have your holidays covered. Shop now at amazon.com/blink.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network. Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And good morning on this Friday. Let's go ahead and open up the phone lines right now for this hour. 800-848-9222. Dominic Carter here with you. And of course, it's the talk of the town, if you will. Later today, but it has national implications. Later today is the big meeting at the White House for Mamdani and President Trump. Hopefully the president lays down the law, respectfully, of course, that this is America and the way things are done here with the American laws and values. We will get to that in just a few minutes. Again, 800-848-9222. Here's to wishful thinking and thinking positive in advance. To each and every one of you to have a positive and great weekend, mind over matter. Always, always, always remember the glass is half full, never half empty. So I learned a long time ago that it's better to give than to receive. As tomorrow morning, I will be in Harlem, in Manhattan, with the owners of this network, Margot and John Catsimatidis, passing out Thanksgiving turkeys. I can't think of a better way to spend the day. So before we get to the Mamdani Trump meeting, I finally found something that I have in common with Joy Reid. You know Joy Reid, formerly of MSNBC, the race thrower on Each and Everything. So you may recall a story I did about a month ago in Los Angeles. A woman freaked out in the ladies' locker room at a Gold's Gym when she saw a transgender woman standing there naked with, I almost said his, but I guess her penis out. You cannot make this stuff up. So I guess I'm obligated to call her, but she was standing there with her penis out. And you can't make this stuff up. The woman that freaked out said it was a rather large penis. I'm not making this stuff up. She went and complained to the people. I see you laughing, Tony. I see you laughing. Well, how do you think I feel telling the story?
That's why it's the Dominic Carter Show, not the Tony Atwood Show. So I'm enjoying it. So as you were.
So the woman complained, and then guess what happened? She was thrown out of the Gold's Gym. So now Joy Reid, again, formerly of MSNBC, Joy Reid says, Miss Left to the Left, says she would have freaked out as well. So I'm not a woman, but I guess Joy Reid and we have that in common, that, Joy freaking out.
There would be women walking around. I'm talking about women walking around with their boobies dangling, swinging in the breeze. And it's not even like perky boobies, just boobies drooping to their knees. They're kicking their boobies down the street and then want to walk up and have a conversation with you. And I'm like, don't walk up to me with no clothes on and talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. I would be disturbed. I'm telling you, I would be alarmed. I'm alarmed enough when I see a woman with her dangling boobies. Yeah. If I saw a penis in the ladies' locker room, I would freak out too. This is just, I mean, this is nothing against anybody. What it's saying is, if I turn around and I see a penis in front of me inside of the room, I would probably go to management and say, wait a minute, why is there a naked man in this room? Because just the world we live in, just from a safety standpoint, and just from a privacy standpoint, so I can see why she would have gone and reported to management. There's a man naked in the bed. Now, if they clarified and they said, well, okay, but I think they should take her concerns also seriously. Because if she's uncomfortable, does she not have the right to be at least uncomfortable with the situation, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So Joy Reid and we have something in common, finally. We see your calls coming in. If it's hard to get through right now, folks, just hit redial in a minute or two. One of the lines will clear up. 800-848-9222. So now moving on to the Epstein files, and I try at times not to talk about this because it's much ado about nothing. But moving on to the Epstein files, it looks like it's time to get the lawsuits ready, that is, for the ladies at the View TV show. Joy Behar. Listen to this allegation she makes against President Trump.
I think we're going to hear
something. Isn't it obvious that that Trump was involved with Epstein? I mean, there are more pictures of him with Epstein than pictures of Kim Kardashian of herself.
Yes.
Right. But listen, how many more things do we have to see before people believe that he was involved with Epstein?
And he's never been credibly accused of a crime in this. You see him at parties, he knows him, there's a known falling out. But honestly, if I were advising him, I would say, if you have nothing to hide, if this is just an old friendship that fell apart and you happen to know a really bad guy, put it all out there. That is the quickest way to exonerate yourself.
But it's not. Don't you see that?
Yeah, but
now, folks, remember, I've been in this game a long time, so it's clear what Joy Behar said. That's a lawyer-tested line. That's a lawyer-tested line that they said to her. If you have to say it, this is the way you say it. That isn't it obvious that he's been involved with Epstein, right? So for us, we take it and take the extra step, but legally, from a malice standpoint, she did not actually say what we all think that we heard. She greatly alludes to it, but that's how you know it's a lawyer-tested line, so that they have a defense, because they know that they are messing with the wrong one, because President Trump will sue, as he should. So we see all your calls. I'm just going to, I'll break down the meeting in a bit. But if you want to know why Democrats are going crazy over Trump, well, one, because they can't win. But two, and I'm going to start with Sherman in Manhattan in a moment. But if you want to know why they're going crazy, I want you to listen to this. This is rapper Nicki Minaj, right? Now you can go, oh, a rapper, but she resonates. Not just with black people, but with white young people as well. And guess who she's praising? Guess who rapper Nicki Minaj is praising? President Trump. Listen to this.
Hello, everyone. I must say I am very nervous, so please, well, thank you, Ambassador Waltz, for this invitation. It is an honor to stand on this stage with you and the other distinguished speakers here today to shine a spotlight on the deadly threat faced by thousands of Christians in Nigeria. I would like to thank President Trump for prioritizing this issue and for his leadership on the global stage in calling for urgent action to defend Christians in Nigeria, to combat extremism, and to bring a stop to violence against those who simply want to exercise their natural right to freedom of religion or belief. I stand here as a proud New Yorker with a deep sense of gratitude that we live in a country where we can freely and safely worship God regardless of one's creed, background, or politics.
Oh, Trump is a racist. He's a racist, Dominic. How could you stand with that racist? Well, Nicki Minaj says that Trump expedited the issue that was important to her. You just heard her praise President Trump directly, right? So it drives Democrats insane. And I give Nicki Minaj credit for this. Some of her lyrics are a bit out there. You folks know what I'm trying to say. But she was dressed very appropriately. Nothing was hanging out or dangling or anything like that. She was dressed very appropriately as she was addressing this conference and started out praising the President of the United States. We'll get to the meeting at the White House. But let's start with Sherman in line 5 in Manhattan. Good morning, Sherman. What's on your mind?
Thank you very much for this outstanding topic. This is the world that we're living in terms of total mental illness that the Democrats are perpetrating and creating every single day and night, where a woman can't even be in a locker room and she's got a penis thrust in her face almost literally. This is the world that some of you idiots and morons out there, some of you call in, but most of you are scared to call in the Democrats. This is the world that you're creating, where a woman can't be safe. She can't be comfortable. This is the world that you Democrats want to force on all of us, where we can't say that if you have a penis, sorry, you're still a man. This is the world that they want to literally force us to bow down to and pretend and live in a Peter Pan world, where if you got a penis, you're a woman still. It's total mental illness.
You know, Sherman, I couldn't have said it better than what you just said. But Sherman, you nor I are transgender. But explain this to me. The woman that was thrown out of the Gold's Gym initially in L.A., she freaked out and ran, and she happens to be gay, by the way. So she has a sympathy, I guess, somewhat to the transgender community, considering she's gay. She freaks out, runs to the front desk, says there's a transgender woman in the women's locker room with a large penis that's out and exposed. So if you're a transgender woman, right, and you have a penis, why would you want to go into a women's locker room and then if you take off all your clothes, other women are going to see your penis, but yet you have breasts and you have on makeup and you're a woman? Why would you want to do that, Sherman? Please help me understand this.
I'm wrestling with these type of things myself. The best sincere and humble conclusion I could come to, because I'm the first person to say when I don't understand or know something, I don't understand or know something. I think that it's a lot of confusion. I think some of it is pure, simple shock value. I think some of it is some men in society think that they can't make it being men because masculinity is up on the cross, so to speak, figuratively, where they want to try to make that out to be a bad thing. So some men figure, you know what, maybe if I pretend to be a woman or if I make believe I'm a woman, maybe I could be more safer or more successful in society. So some of it is that also. That's just my opinion. And so, for us to think that a penis attached to a human being is still not a man anymore, we've lost our minds. I respect the gay culture. I have great friends that are
I feel
gay.
The same way.
I've gone to many gay parties myself because the DJs sometimes are outstanding there when I was younger, and I know I've heard you talk about that too. But sorry, I am not going to play the game and say somebody with a penis is a woman. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that.
Sherman, I couldn't have said it better, and thank you for the wonderful call. I wish I had more time to engage right now. What I'm thinking about, my 4-year-old granddaughter at the gym with her mom, and they come out of the shower or whatever the case may be, and my granddaughter, Eva, says, "Mom, why is that woman standing there with a penis?" Time for a break. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy. Download and subscribe at BeBullish.com.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Carvana lets you buy your next car on your terms. Explore a massive inventory online, filter for what matters, and find your perfect match. Then choose delivery to your home or pick it up at one of Carvana's iconic car vending machines. Every car also comes with a 7-day money-back guarantee, so you can make sure it's the right fit. Buy your car on Carvana. Delivery or pickup fees may apply. Limitations and exclusions may apply. See our 7-day return policy at Carvana.com.
Carvana. A message from McAfee. Wondering why the post office is texting you or why you owe thousands of dollars in toll fees? Because someone's trying to scam you. The good news? McAfee can help. With McAfee's award-winning scam detection, it's easy to tell what's real and what's fake over text, in your inbox, and online. If they're
You want a free gift.
Seriously? If they're faking it, they're not making it past us. Get award-winning scam detection today. McAfee.com/keepitreal.
I turned off news altogether.
I hate to say it, but I don't trust much of anything.
It's the rage bait.
It feels like it's trying to divide people.
If we got clear facts, maybe we could calm down a little.
NBC News brings you clear reporting. Let's meet at the facts. Let's move forward from there. NBC News, reporting for America.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And we are back on this Friday AM, the big day of the Mamdani. President Trump meeting at the White House this afternoon. Let's go back to your telephone calls. Line 2, Mark, upstate. Mark, what's on your mind?
Yes, Dominic, thank you for taking my call. And I can't tell you to run your show, but that Sherman, you can put him on every time. I love listening to that guy. But the reason I called, I think Nicki Minaj is like the opposite of Bruce Springsteen.
Wow. Wow, I never looked at it that way. But go ahead, Mark.
Bruce Springsteen touts all the great virtues of America, but he's really not. We know how he is. I mean, he's very leftist. And here's somebody that I thought was a lefty is speaking the truth regarding the situation in the the transgender situation.
Right. So, hey, Mark, you're right. I mean, I don't know all of Nicki Minaj's politics, but she was respectful enough to, I mean, given the type of raunchy rap that she does, she dressed up like a lady. I'm not saying that she's not a lady. She is a lady. She dressed up very conservatively for the audience, and that's the way to handle things. And you got to give people credit when credit is due. She feels that President Trump expedited her issue, as he often does for people, not based on race or religion, what's right, and she's giving the president credit. Mark, thank you for the wonderful call. Let's go to Jules, line 4 in Boston. Good morning, Jules. What's on your mind?
Thank you so much for taking my call. My concern or question really has to do with the way the president has been treating members of the press. I see members of the press as being very courageous in the way they have been asking the president some very, very difficult questions recently, and he has just been all out attack. I think the members of the press have been like you when you were a reporter, asking very difficult questions about hard issues, and yet he's just been attacking them, calling them piggy, calling them disrespectful. And I just wanted to get your take on when is it crossing the line?
Okay, well, Jules, you raised some excellent points there. I got to tell you, I disagree with you, but you raised some excellent points. So I want to ask you a question, and I want you to answer, please, and then I'll try and answer you. So has President Trump, with his nicknames of candidates and reporters, has he been, it may be cruel, it may be unfair to some, but has it been very, very effective, his nicknames?
Has the nicknames been in effect?
Have they been effective? Have they been effective?
I don't know what calling someone piggy would be effective means. I'm not sure what that means.
His nicknames of people and fellow politicians have been extremely effective, where the names have stuck and politicians have not been able to get around them. In the primaries, when he was one of 16 candidates, when he was running again, his use of nicknames has been extremely effective.
I would agree with that. I agree with that. Yes.
Okay. So all I'm trying to say, Jules, and I'll give you the final word, is that sometimes reporters can go too far. And that lady from ABC, there's a way to go about this, Jules. You cannot, no matter what. And Jules, I wish I had more time to follow up on this with you right now. No matter what, this is still the president of the United States of America. And there's a way and a method to ask a tough question to the president. You are not his equal. You do not carry yourself as his equal. I would not do that. Thank you, Jules, for the great call.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
¿Hablas español?
Sprichst du Deutsch?
Kann du Norsk?
If you used Babbel, you would. Babbel's conversation-based techniques teaches you useful words and phrases to get you speaking quickly about the things you actually talk about in the real world, with lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts and voiced by real native speakers. Babbel is like having a private tutor in your pocket. Start speaking with Babbel today. Get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription right now at babbel.com/Spotify. Spelled BABBEL.com/Spotify. Rules and restrictions may apply.
This episode is brought to you by Marqeta. When it comes to your payments provider, you can't afford to compromise. Marqeta's modern payment solutions flex with your business without the trade-offs. Stable and agile, secure and innovative, scalable and configurable. If they say you can't have it all, don't believe them. Your business demands more. Choose a payments provider that delivers more. Choose Marqeta. Visit marqeta.com/Spotify to learn more.
This is a real good story about Bronx and his dad, Ryan, real United Airlines customers.
We were returning home, and one of the flight attendants asked Bronx if he wanted to see the flight deck and meet Captain Andrew.
I got to sit in the driver's seat.
I grew up in an aviation family, and seeing Bronx kind of reminded me of myself when I was that age.
That's Andrew, a real United pilot.
These small interactions can shape a kid's future.
It felt like I was the captain.
Allowing my son to see the flight deck will stick with us forever.
That's how good leads the way.
Grabbing the holidays by the boughs with Duluth. Step 1, hire a mall Santa to handle snow removal.
Ho, ho, ho! My sciatica.
Step 2, hit Duluth Trading and load up on fire hose pants, buck naked underwear, pocket pack bibs, free swinging flannel, and all kinds of ingenious gear you won't find anywhere else. Grab the holidays by the boughs and shop Duluth Trading, online and in store.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
So we are back. I'm looking at my Twitter at my ex, Catherine Trunk. Just sent me a message. My mother and I got a kick out of you singing earlier today. And this is the song that I butchered, unfortunately. Jimmy Ruffin. Nice song. Should I sing? Don't I sing? Do I sing? What do I sing? Well, let's see here. Let's see. As I walk this land of the broken dreams, I have visions of many things, but happiness is just an illusion filled with sadness and confusion. So, Matt Blaze and Tony. So
Dominic.
Folks never know what happens in the breaks. Tony told me not to do it. Matt Blaze said to do it.
You disappointed me, but hey, if the fans like it, go for it, okay? I'm just a board op, all right?
Matt Blaze, a.k.a. Barry White over there, you mighty silent.
I don't know the words of this one, baby. I know the words of my own songs. This sounds a little too happy and too light for me. My songs, the drapes are down, the pillows are fluffed, the hot tub might be bubbling.
But is it a hot tub With a transgender? No, I mean in the gym. I mean,
it's a hot tub in my apartment in Brooklyn. Okay, not in the
Brooklyn,
gym. Yes.
Going nowhere. What becomes of a broken heartache? I'm just gonna listen for a second, then we'll get back on with the program. So, I got to tell you, Tony and Matt Blaze, Sandra, you know I love her to death. Sandra, you know, in her nice feminine voice, she says, you know, Dominic, we're going to have you out to the club where we have a piano where I can go over the keys with you.
Like that's going to help.
Now, this is what I want you to do for future reference in case you do this again.
Okay.
I want you to practice at home, or better yet, do some karaoke.
Some karaoke?
I want you to get on beat.
I've never done karaoke.
But you know what? Hey, first time for everything, okay? Practice makes perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect, okay? Do that for me, okay?
Okay, guys. Okay.
You know, Dominic, it's very funny that you're bringing this up, that you're singing right now. And I forgot to mark this occasion, that this was 4 years and 2 days ago, on November 19th, 2021.
Okay.
You did this.
And we are back. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You guys record these things?
Oh, I keep everything.
That dude sounds awful.
Who's that guy?
Look in the mirror.
Oh, boy, you guys have recordings. You guys got jokes.
That's why I said practice makes perfect. So for the future, you'll be prepared. You know, go to karaoke or get you a karaoke machine for the holidays and just practice.
And we could see how much practice has gone on in the last 4 years after hearing that and hearing you tonight.
Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed.
Is what Mr. Blaze is saying, and I have to agree with Mr. Blaze.
Okay, guys, I got it. The glass is not half full. It's half empty when it comes to my singing.
I think it's just empty.
It's just empty?
Forget half empty. It's empty.
There's nothing in the cup, my man. There's nothing in the cup.
Well, hey, I tried, right? I tried.
We'll give you an E for effort.
Right.
But like I said, you know, we just need to polish it up a little bit. A little wax on, a little wax off, okay?
Well, you know I'm still not going to stop, so.
Unfortunately, I know. You know, I mean, we right here on 3rd Avenue, there's a couple of dogs and cats howling outside, okay?
Literally, right?
Yeah, you know, I want to put you and Alfalfa against each other singing.
I'm the barber.
The barber of Seville, yes.
Right. So Let's Go Pitt sent me the song with the lyrics. But Let's Go Pitt, and let me just say this, folks, for all of you that send me YouTube videos, you're making a huge assumption that I can open it in the commercial break. We have a limited amount of time to open it, and I can't open Let's Go Pitt. I can't open your YouTube video to actually see the lyrics of the song, so that's why we had to wing it. All right, let's get back to serious topics, right? Mamdani going to the White House. It's incredible what's going to happen. He appeared on MSNBC talking about what he plans to discuss with the president of these United States.
Do you think a lot of people go into meetings with Donald Trump, I think, thinking they're going to be the one to get over on him? And I sometimes often think, I've watched this now for 10 years, they screw up because they think they underestimate him. Like, what is your goal for a meeting with Donald Trump? What do you want to come out of a meeting with Donald Trump?
I want to just speak plainly to the president about what it means to actually stand up for New Yorkers and the way in which New Yorkers are struggling to afford this city. And frankly, cost of living is something that I heard time and time again from New Yorkers about why they voted for Donald Trump. And this is something that is only continued in the last few months of this year, where we're hearing about childcare concerns, rent concerns, Con Ed concerns, even just getting on the bus just $2.90. And just to make it clear to the president that this is what we're talking about, these are the stakes for New Yorkers and their ability to keep calling this city their home.
But the president's spokeswoman, Carolyn Levitt, calling a spade a spade.
In economic news, the September jobs report showed the American economy remains strong, with 119,000 new jobs added, more than double
Okay, so actually,
expectations.
Tony, I'm looking for number 25, soundbite number 25.
In multiple, I will just add, it speaks volumes that tomorrow we have a communist coming to the White House, because that's who the Democrat Party elected as the mayor of the largest city in the country. I think it's very telling, but I also think it speaks to the fact that President Trump is willing to meet with anyone and talk to anyone and to try to do what's right on behalf of the American people, whether they live in blue states or red states or blue cities, in a city that's becoming much more left than I think this president ever anticipated in his many years of living in New York himself.
And so Carolyn Levitt accurately making the good point, the way the White House sees this, that a communist indeed is coming to the White House, but it's a communist that the people of America's largest city elected. There's no getting around that. That's the bottom line. Let's go to line 2, William in Central New Jersey. William, what's on your mind?
Hey, Dominic. I'm pretty, I'm a little skeptical about Trump, about Mamdani visiting the White House, with just this anti-Semite, going there. And this is my question. What are the concessions that he has to make to Trump? Because Trump holds the card. He holds the Trump card, and he has the money, the federal money that Mamdani wants. Now, here's my question. I mean, when these federal ICE agents come in and start arresting all these illegals that are just causing havoc in my beloved city, is he going to have the NYPD stand down and let the gentlemen do their job and get these illegals out of my country?
Well, one, when ICE comes in, the NYPD can't block them from making arrests. That's just not going to happen, because we all know, William, that the president would literally blow his stack if his head might explode, figuratively, if someone dare tried that. I don't think Mamdani has to make any concession. If you're referring to the meeting later on today, each man's going to state his opinion. I think the president's going to tell him, listen, don't try me. And Mamdani's going to try and stand his point of view. It's going to be very, very interesting. I'm curious, William, what do you think is going to happen in the meeting?
I would have loved to just sit in that room and just take it in and just see how he, his whole approach to going there. Because when Zelensky went into there and he wasn't even dressed, he was right. He was shooed out the door. You're not even proper. He really dressed him down. So if Mamdani goes in there with, his tremendous ego, what really incensed me, Dominic, too, was after he got elected at his victory speech, he was like, all right, Trump, come and get me, and all this nonsense. You're going to have to go through all these people to get to me, And I was like, this is the way you're going to set the tone to get federal money and be, he's the president of the United States, man. And you're going to diss him like that? Are you kidding me, on the world stage?
Well, let me say this, William. So one, that's called political posturing for the cameras, right? I don't know if you've ever been to the White House, but I've been several times. And it's a majestic place. So when you go there, all that political stuff, when you're at the White House, unless you're in the press room, all that stuff stops. Now, I've never been in the Oval Office. That's one thing I want to do. I've never been on Air Force One. I've known, when I say I've known, I've interacted with several presidents of the United States, but I have never been on Air Force One. So that's something that I want to do in this lifetime. Well, I doubt it'll happen, but we'll see. We'll see. So when Mamdani walks in there, it is my opinion that he's going to feel like a little kid. He's not going to show it. He's going to try and act big and bad and bold. Remember, he's 34 years old. No job experience. The dude is a joke. at the end of the day, right? Used to want to be the next Jay-Z. Now he's going to be the mayor of New York City. And you're going to meet the biggest, baddest man in America sitting behind that Oval desk. And one thing you're right about, William, Vice President Vance plays a good side man, if you will. So I don't know if any Zelensky treatment's going to happen, because I don't think that Mamdani will play himself like that. He's going to show up dressed appropriately. He's going to try and look presidential. But you're right. They may have a 1-2 punch ready for him. So who knows what's going to happen? They're already calling him the communist. The president said it. His spokeswoman said it. So here's what's going to happen. And the White House, it's very interesting, because once the meeting is done, the White House is like, I don't know what, the White House is like, I think it's from the movie Scarface. The White House is like, leave me. And no matter who the subject is, you walk out, and then you can go address the cameras that are right outside. But the White House's stance is, listen, no one is as important as the president. We don't even react to the meeting that we just had with you. I may let my spokeswoman go out a little later and say something. I'm sure the president will say something this weekend. So Mamdani will be the only one to walk out and address all those cameras waiting for him. And so you have several New York stations that are going down with him. It's going to be very interesting. But again, keep that in mind. So the mayor-elect is going to walk out and address all the reporters, and the White House is like, you're not important enough for us to respond. Go say whatever you want to say, little mayor of New York City, and we have no comment on the meeting. It'll come later. You raised some great questions there. I want to go to Judy, who's 87 years old in Brooklyn, but I don't want to rush her, so I'm going to save Judy for a second. I'm going to save her until we come back I got to do one small segment when we come back. Let's go to Robert in Brooklyn, line 3. Robert, what's on your mind?
Thanks for taking my call. Well, yeah, the interview you did of Sabina Tassa, it was so significant. It's just unbelievable, the importance of that interview, historical significance. And thank you, for doing that very much. And the other thing I wanted to mention was, in New York State, you have like about 5.8 million Republicans, only like 2.8 million Democrats, double the number of Republicans to Democrats. I mean, I don't see how a Republican stands a chance of winning state office or mayor office. And, the last election that Pataki won was in 2002, 23 years ago. I mean, do you think that a Republican has a legitimate chance of winning? And it seems like everything is decided in the Democrat primary.
It is decided in the Democrat primary. I'm going to have to tackle your question on the backside because I have to toss to a break. But you raised some very legitimate issues there, Robert. I'm going to answer them when I come back. We are going to return in just a moment.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first... There, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
This episode is brought to you by Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus has movies. So many movies. The movies you've seen 1,000 times and could watch 1,000 more. Iconic movies your friends can't believe you haven't seen. New movies, classic movies, new takes on classic movies. So whether you're into Top Gun or The Naked Gun, Mean Girls or Mission Impossible, Smurfs or Sonic the Hedgehog, there's a mountain of movies to discover on Paramount Plus. Start streaming today.
Adobe Acrobat Studio, so brand new. Show me all the things PDFs can do. Do your work with ease and speed. PDF Spaces is all you need. Do hours of research in an instant with key insights from an AI assistant. Pick a template with a click. Now your prezzo looks super slick. Close that deal? Yeah, you won. Do that, doing that, did that, done. Now you can do that with Acrobat. Now you can do that with the all-new Acrobat. It's time to do your best work with the all-new Adobe Acrobat Studio.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And so I want to answer Robert's question before going to Judy. Judy happens to be 87 years young, but I'm looking at my Twitter and my ex, and ooh, I'm telling. So Matt Blaze, a.k.a. Barry White, I know we're short on time, but where is it that you go every morning when you leave early in the morning? Please tell me, Mr. White, that you're not creeping. What's going on?
Dominic, I'm always creeping everybody all the time.
The lovely DMS, I don't know about you two. DMS says, she says, give me that bubbling hot tub. Yum. Tony, don't laugh. Don't encourage him. What's up with that, Matt Blaze?
DMS knows what's up. DMS knows where to go. That's all I want to say.
Juliana down under in Australia says, I swear DJ Matt Blaze sounds just like the late Barry White when he talks. The beautiful Liz Rosenblatt says, she says, let's all go out for karaoke. Who else is in? What's up with you two guys? What are you guys doing with the ladies?
We're gentlemen.
You don't kiss and tell?
That's right. I'm a gentleman.
So watch Matt Blaze when he leaves, early this morning to see where he goes, because I'm telling. I'm calling his home and I'm telling. So, Robert, I want to answer your question before I get to Judy here. I think I have to agree with you, unfortunately. Politics the way they are currently, I don't think a Republican can win in New York City in 2025, citywide. Statewide, you may have an outside shot, but I don't see it. Do you see it quickly, Robert?
Even in the state, even Trump could not beat, Kamala in the state. I mean, the state is double, like 6 million Republicans, only 3 million Democrats. And and I'll be honest, I'm thinking of switching to the Democrat Party. Not that I agree with them, but because the elections are determined in the primary. And I'm very upset at the Republicans what happened with Curtis Lewa. They actually hurt our chances of stopping Mamdani. I'm so upset about it, what happened.
Fair enough, Robert. Thank you for the call. Let's go to Judy, line 4, 87 years young. Judy, what's on your mind?
Dominic, I thought you were the only person that's worthwhile speaking to because you are speaking sense. I don't know if you remember, last year I was 86 years old. I just came back from voting for Donald Trump, and people were calling him Nazi and fascist and whatever else you can imagine. And then now I said we'd survived the Holocaust and we ran away from the Russians after the war of communism, and here we go again. I'm afraid to go out on the streets, it's becoming so bad that it's scary for an older person, to walk out on the street. It's unbelievable what is. You were saying that there's 70% Democrats in New York, and where are the people that have any sense, anything that to hear what this guy wants to do for New York? It is so scary that it's just mind-boggling that it's so scary. I'm saying it. That I'm old enough to know what we went through, and here is the communism following me. It's unbelievable.
Well, one, Judy.
Where are the Democrat people that have any sense at all to be voting for him?
Hey, Judy, you sound like my grandmother when I was growing up at times when she would say, boy, you ain't got no damn sense. But Judy said it twice. Where's the sense for the Democrats? But I want to circle back here, Judy. I'm sorry that you feel that it's so bad that it's not safe for you to go outside. That's despicable, and it breaks my heart. I only have a few seconds left, Judy. I want to give you the final say. So go right ahead, whatever you feel like saying.
I feel like so you were the first one that said that Curtis Lever couldn't make it for mayor, but not that Como would have been much better. But still, this takes everything out of it.
Judy, I want to hear from you in the future. I got to wrap this up. I'm not even talking about Kamala. See you back at 3 p.m.
Thanks for listening to The Dominic Carter Show. You can hear The Dominic Carter Show weekdays at 3 p.m. and Monday through Thursday at midnight and Sunday starting at 11 p.m. on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day, yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speeds slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.